Okay, any Catholics here? No. I not too long ago I went to confession and I confessed that I voted for Donald Trump in 2016. And for my penance, the priest told me to vote Democrat in the next 5 elections, invest in black-owned companies, burn my MAGA hat, and marry an Asian girl. I was like, Father, that seems a bit harsh. And I was like, hey, how about a Filipino? He was like, that'll do. I'll approve of that one. And I told him I didn't want to burn my MAGA hat. And he said, why? And I said, because I wear it to pick up female fascists. So, if there are any Italian women in the audience tonight, stay the hell away from me. My soul is on the line. Okay, wow, okay. You guys, I'm the only one here. Anyone here have a mental illness? You have a mental illness, yeah? Any mental illnesses? No. I have a mental illness, which means that even before the coronavirus, people would stand 6 feet away from me. Yeah, it's kind of sad. You guys like that movie that Al Gore made, An Inconvenient Truth? You guys ever see that movie? It's about, no, you guys ever see the movie? It's about global warming, and it won a lot of awards. I'm actually making my own movie called A Convenient Truth. It's about how good I am at having sex, and it's convenient because all the women I've had sex with are dead. I don't know, but they cannot testify, so we're all having fun with that one. Last night, how'd they die? Well, I can't really say that, but no, it's a joke. They're not. The truth is, I'm a virgin technically. That's the truth. Yeah. Technically, last night I slept with a one-legged prostitute. So now I'm only 25% a virgin. If you minus the 75 with the one leg, it counts as 25. Wow. Okay. Like I said, I have a mental illness, and I don't think in the fashion industry we're represented that much as other people. Like if someone has cancer and they lose all their hair, they can buy a hat or a wig or a beanie. If someone is morbidly obese, they can buy plus-size clothing. But for mental illnesses, there's not really a brand. Like why can't I go to Macy's or Bloomingdale's and say, hey, can I get some bipolar socks, two obsessively compulsed t-shirts, and a pair of shorts that has 3 personalities? Well, why can't I do that? I was bored once, and I said this once to a lady, and she looked at my crotch and said, do you want any depressed underwear? I know, I was like, how dare you? I mean, yes, my genitals haven't been touched in years, but they are far from depressed. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna say a joke for you three, because you guys haven't laughed that much. You have to pay attention to this one. It's kind of an old one. You guys live in an apartment or a house or anything? Apartment, okay. I live in an apartment, and there's a laundromat. We always use the same laundromat. And one time I was washing my underwear, and there was this Asian woman cooking Asian food inside the laundry room. And I was worried because I thought to myself, if my underwear smells like Asian food, will that make my penis smaller? I think it's a fair question, Like, I mean, I'm not racist, but I don't want, them to be making Asian food like sushi. I'd much rather my underwear smell like cornbread, or fried chicken, or Kool-Aid. No, not Loco Moco, but Kool-Aid. Watermelon flavored Kool-Aid, in fact. Damn. You liked it? They didn't like it. They didn't like it. I was at a comedy club. This guy did a great set, unlike me. All of his jokes killed. They killed, and this guy in the audience went up to him and said, "Hey man, you killed it." And the comedian was like, "Homicide," and he high-fived the audience member. And I was like, I mean, look, I get it that he did well, but you shouldn't make fun of homicide. You know, that's kind of, it's a bit much. And then I went on stage, I did my set, and I did very good, but not all of my jokes landed. So after I was done, that same person in the audience went up to me and said, "Hey man, you killed it without full intent." And I was like, manslaughter. Manslaughter. I was looking in the mirror to see if you guys would laugh, but it's the same. It's the same reflection. Fine. You guys like strip clubs? Oh, yes. No? You don't like them? I know, there's just a bunch of old saggy tits everywhere, I know. No one wants to see that shit. No, I like strip clubs. And I know this one stripper, her stripper name is For Pete's Sake. Yeah, she has a son named Pete who she's trying to get into college. I don't even show up to the club with ones anymore. I just bring college applications, stick it inside the G-string. You know, I remember I gave her a Harvard application and she was so flattered that she gave me a free lap dance. So. Then I gave her a UH Manoa application and she was like, "Bruh, you think my son went dummy?" I was like, "How dare you? That's where I went. You rude stripper. You rude old lady. Take your clothes off now." That's usually one of my better ones, right? That usually gets a big laugh. You guys like Cocoa Puffs?
Like what?
Cocoa Puffs. The cereal? Damn it. Well, you're gonna have to listen to this one. I like Captain Crunch too, actually. That's not, damn it. Anyways, I like Cocoa Puffs. I like eating Cocoa Puffs with white milk, and I like it when the milk turns brown. I like seeing something black overpower something white. You know? She laughed. Yes. You guys into S&M? Yeah? I know, you're into, holy moly. You're into some stuff. You need a psychiatrist. No, I'm joking. No, I'm into S&M, and you know, I picture, you gotta picture this, okay? My ideal S&M fantasy would be me bent over and a black girl whipping my ass while I'm eating Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Did I say that one? Yeah, I said that one. Damn it. I'm trying to replay jokes in my head that I haven't said yet. You guys like it's about that time. Okay. You guys like the coronavirus? You guys like it? Do you guys know the show Fear Factor? You guys know that show? I think the next season of Fear Factor should be at the Wuhan lab, right? Right? Just like untested people just inside the lab. But I don't know, like, do you guys think the coronavirus came from bats or the lab? What do you guys think? You don't know? I think, what if it came from the lab, and then let's say, what if in 2 years, the scientists at that same lab found a cure for cancer, right? That would be ironic. Like, what a big upset, right? Like, I don't know the Vegas odds for the country most likely to come up with a cure for cancer, but I don't think China's number one on that list, right? I think countries like Cuba are probably above China, you know? I mean, if China comes up with a cure for cancer, that's the equivalent of when the United States hockey team beat Russia in the Olympics, I think, right? You guys know that one? Oh yeah, I end with this, and you guys are gonna laugh at this one, I promise. What if the coronavirus came from geckos? If that was the case, then half the country would have to change their car insurance. Right? I hate that damn gecko. Oh, I can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Who gives a shit, you fucking murderer? I'll take the damn bus. All right, guys. It's been 10 minutes. I'm done. Tip her.
Give it up for John C. We're gonna keep this show rolling with our birthday girl. I know. Give it up for the lovely Lilian. Woo, Lily! Thank you. Thank you. I'm stealing this little tiny baby stool. I'm gonna sit on it. You guys, I don't really know how much I have to say today. It's been a wild ride. I had my birthday and I got a stalker all in like 1 week. Man, you guys, I don't even know what to talk about because this literally happened a couple hours ago. So it's really fun. Yeah, it's fun stuff. I had some guy show up to my house twice in a matter of 3 days. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't understand, man. I just wish that, like, dating sucks. You know what I mean? It sucks. I wish that, like, we could, instead of dating, just, like, have some sort of system, like, when you're trying to adopt a pet. So we could, like, know what we're in for, like, this is Kyle. He has separation anxiety, not great with kids, and pees on the furniture. So I would love to know that ahead of time. But I don't know, I guess that's why I haven't been anybody's girlfriend in like 6 years. But I'm more like the foster girlfriend until boys find their forever girlfriend. That's me. Except for this guy, he apparently is all about me. He showed up to my house today to give me a 3-page handwritten letter. I don't know. I'm not going to say much. I will say much about it. I'm going to read some of it. No. What'd I do with it? I lost it. Oh no, you guys, I lost my sole possession. This is cool. This is part of the set, don't worry. Well, it's fine. I memorized some of it. I don't know what to do with it. It's fine. Nope. Anyway, it's pretty great. There was one line, I'll just get my favorite line out of the way, which was, I think you're so wonderful that even if you told me you were a Nazi, I'd be like, whatever. Yeah. Oh, I know him. I went on 4 dates with this guy, and in this 3-page letter, he says I love you about 4 times, maybe more. So I would rather it be radio. It's wild, you guys. It's a hard dating life out there. There was another part where he was really upset because I texted him to end things. And he told me that if I want to be a stand-up comedian, I need to work on my timing and delivery. Which, I mean, I gotta give him that one. Good job. Like, that was a good one-liner, and I will be stealing it, so that's cool. Man, life's crazy, you guys. You know what, though? 27 years old, I was like, what do I want this year? I want someone who stalks me. This is awesome. I guess I should have, like, when I was praying to the universe for somebody who loved me, I guess I should have been more specific. I want someone I love back. Not this. Not what just happened. And they were like, we hear you. Someone who's obsessed with you, got you. Yeah, so that's fun. Anyway, hey guys, I'm Lilian. I've been trying to... That's my ride. I've been trying to work on some material about being a white girl, because, you know, that's what I am, and it's really exciting, I guess. I realized that I'm so white that I carry around a little bag of crystals. That's the level of whiteness we're at now. But, like, I don't even know what they do or what they're for. Like, they're supposed to help heal my life, but I still ended up with a stalker, so I don't know. I guess they're not really working. But like, I still just like them because they're pretty and they're colorful, but I think that makes me less of like a white girl and just more of like a minor bird. Just collecting pretty things and putting them in my pocket, carrying them around. I don't know. Yeah, I wish I had more of that letter to read you guys. It's really good. And then today I sent him a really long message and was like, hey man, this isn't cool and this is stalker behavior and like, you cannot come to my house anymore. And the first line of the message back, he said, okay, as you wish. If you don't know, that's from Princess Bride. So I picked some really good winners, you guys. This table behind is just staring at me like, I don't know how to respond to this. I don't either. I'm just here to say it. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. I really got nothing else. I just had to come up here so Paco doesn't think I'm hanging out anymore. Bye, guys.
Well, thank you.
Give it up for Lilian. You know, she tries to booby trap me with a stool. I might die if I leave that there. She brings up a valid point. It's been a weird week. Yeah, she got a stalker this week. And I didn't realize it for a couple of weeks. I've had one that's keep coming back to the office and asking specifically to see me. And I found out on Tuesday when he finally got me, this is like the 5th visit in 2 weeks, when he pulls his erection out. No joke. Yeah, this happened 3 times this week. And I actually had to have the police involved. So Lily and I were sharing some vibes here. Yeah, that's the face I made all week. I was like, dude, that's what happens when you work. Oh, shut up. I can't say where I work. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. So, I know, right? We'll bring up Mike Rayo, who I'm sure is out there causing trouble, and we just need to bring him in, wrangle him in. No more trouble from Rayo. Woo! Give it up for Rayo!
Get up for Jessica. Jesus Christ. Lily, I'm never writing you a letter ever again. Fuck.
I feel like this year.
Oh, man. How's everybody doing?
Stop coming to my house, my bro.
I'm sorry. You should have never showed me where you lived. Oh, God. Let's give it up for King's Pizza. Saturday Night Book Club. That's what it fucking sounds like. Good God. Mental health issues. Jesus, you could have just text paragraphs. That would have been easier. This motherfucker took his blood, sweat, and tears. And you know what women do? They turn around and go on stage and tell you about it. Who would have thought? Oh, I'm not that type of guy. I'm actually a real man. I cheat. Get my shit out of the system. Fuck. God. There's a lot of white people in here. Jesus. Last time I seen this many white people, I had a bump of cocaine. They all followed me. Get up for John C. John C., you got a nice outfit on. You look like a well-dressed PE coach right now. Fuck, man. Fuck. How's it going, Cris? I missed you, man. Shit. You know what you remind me of? Nah, fuck it. I'll spare you on this one. I'll read the Where's Waldo book later and find you. All right. Sorry, Jesus. Moped Matt back there, looking like the lady cop from Reno 911. And the Kalulians, the newbies. How do you guys doing here? Don't worry. Looks like I don't wash my hands, but I do. I'm glad you enjoyed your pizza. They looked at me and they're like, let's just get a bottle of water. This is the safest shit we can get. Jesus. Oh, God. Jasmine and Ian. I didn't know who I wanted to fuck more, Jasmine or Ian now. Jesus Christ. I was a bit turned on. You know, you learn something from that. Ian has the most feminine voice. He overpowered the whole jokes. Jesus. All right, maybe I should tell you guys some jokes. I am kind of a professional, kind of. I don't know how I made it. Got a show on Blue Note in 2 weeks, and they're mad at me because I stole the clothes from the fitting room. All right. What should I talk about today? Anybody vaccinated? Fuck that shit. I ain't taking that shit. I don't like needles, man. I've done heroin before. I'm waiting for that shit to be edible. Fuck that. Look at Paco. Are you tired, Paco? Are you laying on the park? Am I boring you? Are you falling asleep? Man, Jesus Christ. I'm never taking relationship advice for you. Hey, dog, just write a letter. Fucked up part is I have horrible handwriting, so it was really Paco writing it, and it was just me reciting it. 20-minute set. Jesus, poor guy. Poor guy. Wow. How dare you? You just ripped his heart out of nowhere. You know what? You should text him and say, you should subscribe to Paco Loco Comedy on YouTube. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. By next week, you guys will have mail out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? I found out what a chuckle fucker meant. And that was him. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Are you guys enjoying yourself? That's great. I didn't come prepared too, because I also got high outside with Ian and also sold him weed, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, you know you made it when you're putting toppings on pizza and telling jokes on top of a homemade crate. This is great. This is great. I get paid in toppings. God. Some people call this therapy. I call this my only way to make it. I try to be a rapper, but I'm too fat, and it consists of a lot of breathing, so didn't do that. I try to be a model, and look at me, so that didn't work out. I don't give a fuck if you guys aren't laughing anyways, man. I'm comfortable with silence. I've had sex before. God damn it. Jesus. My last girlfriend, she broke up with me to become a stripper. She was like, you know what, I could just find more guys like you and make it a job. She's helping me too. She's asked me for help. She was like, let's think of stripper names. I was like, wait, what do you mean? You have to have a different name. So I looked up stripper names and their meanings in Google. It makes sense. Nina means like 9. Demi means like a goddess or queen. Ashley means I'll suck your dick for $200 in the back. Well, yeah, she's like, oh yeah. Everyone knows that Ashley. Jesus Christ. God, if you need a blowjob, Ashley's first. You start with A, and then there's what? Well, you go down the line. There's Becky. And then, there's Ian Shippen too. Fuck. Who gained weight around this pandemic? Oh man, I gained holiday weight and pandemic weight. Fuck, I'm over here sweating and my nipples are hard. I have no idea what's going on here. I had to lose weight. I had to go to the gym because I hopped on a scale. That shit looked like a stopwatch. Apparently my weight's error. Fuck, man, I went to the gym, met a girl there too. Day 3, day 4, she was like, help me work out. Day 5, she was like, yeah, man, I'm really into this. Let's hang out some more. Day 6, this bitch tried to sell me Herbalife. You pyramid scheme, motherfucker. Keep in mind, I was high the whole time, and I was like, thought she was trying to sell me some sort of weed membership. I was like, I gotta pay monthly for this? It's stupid. Oh man, so I ended up doing jujitsu. You know, jujitsu is something weird as fuck. This is the weirdest form of fighting I've ever seen. I was like, who invented this shit? A rapist? You over here gotta get a man on the floor until he taps out repeatedly. I mean, I think there's no consent there. All right, Jesus. All right, that joke didn't go nowhere. Just like how my life is going. Oh man, who goes through depression? We got a couple people. Oh, give it up for yourself, you fucking losers. I've been bullied my whole life. I don't know what the fuck that is. Shit. My first day of school was like, oh shit, Mike, wow, what were you in the 6th grade? Like, no, I'm in kindergarten. They're like, fuck. Other kid was like, hey Mike, where are you from? Candyland? I'm like, oh, fuck you. Other kid said, oh, so where were you born at? A McDonald's play place? I'm like, fuck you. Halloween's coming up. That's my favorite holiday. It's my favorite holiday. I love trick-or-treating. That's the only time you can get me walk around the block. By the end of this shit, got my bag full of candy wrappers. Had a buffet. Had no candy to trade at school. Fuck. It'd be the most embarrassing shit though. I've been fat my whole life. I was too fat for the Spirit Halloween store costumes, but I was too short for the adult Spirit Halloween store costumes. I wanted to be Batman one year. My bat sign was on my waistline. Motherfucker's muscles was on my wrist. It was fucked up. My mom had a custom make a bat costume. She had to use a man's pat leg for a mask, had to use a towel for a cape, a highlighter for the bat signal. Over here walking to school embarrassed. Second month of kindergarten, I'm like, fuck, they're gonna make fun of me. They're gonna make fun of me. I walk into school, the first thing they say, disregard the homemade bat costume. One kid in the back was like, I ain't never seen a fat ass Batman. What you do, fight crime or eat it? That's my time. You guys been great.
Give it up for Mike Rayo. We're just going to keep this going because we are running out of time. Where did Joel go? Is he still in the house? Woo! Give it up for Joel.
Give it up for your host, Jessica. The hardest working lower back in show business, everybody. Thank you. What? It's funny. Normally I'm like thinking about like, oh, what am I gonna do to be really funny for 15 minutes? But since I'm ninth and I had to be subjected to all of that for the last 2 hours, I just really want to hate fuck everybody that's left here with my bad jokes. I feel no obligation to be funny. I just had to listen to all of that. And here I am with my head not blown off of my neck like I wanted. I'm kidding. What was I going to talk about? People are fucked up in the head these days. I'm going to talk about what we were talking about outside. I almost want to do this as like a PSA announcement because this is not talked about often enough. Our open mic community attracts a lot of different kinds of people, some eccentric people, some people possibly with mental issues. And nobody says this enough. Coming to do stand-up comedy is not a cure for mental illness in any way. In fact, in my experience, it only makes the existing mental illness much, much worse. Way worse. It's just an excuse to indulge all your worst instincts about everything. Mike's getting me too'd. You know what I mean? It's just not dragging other people into it. The funniest part about that is nobody really knew who was doing what because they're like, oh yeah, Zach's totally a creep too. Right? Nobody even questioned it. Yeah. John, how does it feel to be like considered one of the least creepy comedians with that mustache going on? You know what I mean? Here, anywhere else in public, you're wearing that and people pull their children closer. Not here, my friends. You're the normo here. Yeah, but people are fucked up. People are fucked up. As somebody from like, you're old like me, Paco, I feel like people from Gen X, you're probably from Gen X too a little bit, right? I'm on the tail end of that. We owe it an apology to all the other generations, especially women. Well, men too, honestly, but especially girls from your generation and the millennials, for giving you the idea in movies and television and videos and music that being crazy is attractive. I'm so fucking sorry for that. It's not. It's super not attractive. I don't know how we stop that. Every time you're on Instagram, you see like one of these Instagrams like, just me out with my psycho bitches. An actual fucking insane asylum truck should pull up and van all of them. That's what should happen. Fucking mental illness is not a fashion accessory. It is not. But men are fucked up too because we were raised on fucking 90s screwball movies that tell us that if you just keep trying as hard as you can, you'll get the girl. No, fucking not okay. We should never, right? That's not okay. There's a movie that you might remember, Paco, called Revenge of the Nerds, where there's an actual rape in the movie. And this was a comedy. The nerds get their revenge by dressing up as the cheerleader's boyfriend and having sex with her. Wow, yeah, no, I know, right? And you wonder, like, all these people from the 80s going down for, like, sexual, like, this is why. Because it was okay for that kind of a thing back then. That shit is not okay. I was seeing an episode of this show called Dave. I don't know if you guys watch it, the latest episode. And in that episode, because he's always subjecting himself to humiliation, which is kind of cool. I think that's funny. It's always funny. And in it, he gets ignored by somebody he was trying to date, and then he goes off on a rant because of it. And it's easy to judge him for that, you know what I mean? But it's like literally every human male in here has had to learn that when you don't get a text back for a few hours, not to go off on a rant. We all had to learn this. The natural instinct isn't to be all chill. The natural instinct is to get mad about it. You know what I mean? Where was I going with that? It's hard to go with that. Oh, so it's like you learn that by like the proper thing to do when somebody doesn't text you back is to ignore them for even longer until they get all desperate and then text you, and so you create an endless cycle of toxic dating behavior like a normal person. That's what a normal person is supposed to do now. By the initial text, it's a power struggle. And God help, has anybody ever called you? Like you gave them their number and they called you and you're like, oh, that fucking psycho, he left a message? Fuck that guy. Alright, we're gonna go off on something totally different now. I don't know why, I don't know how to get to this as a joke premise, but I think does anybody know anything about Greek history and the ancient tales and stuff? I feel like our modern monsters and superheroes and supervillains are better than the ones from ancient Greece. I think the stories from the past suck, despite all our we had really shitty, uncreative monsters back then. Or even mythical be everybody's oh, the unicorn, oh, it's a magical horse with one horn. It's so magical. Oh, I have a goat right here with two perfectly good horns. No, fuck that goat. Fuck that goat and its two horns forever. We're talking about the horse with the one horn. This is going as bad as I thought. But we got the Cyclops. Right? The Jason Argonauts, they fought the Cyclops. Oh, a mythical monster with one eye. So he's actually kind of disabled. But Jason and the Argonauts versus the giant disabled man would not have been as good of a story. What else? We got the Minotaur. It's a monster with the head of a bull and the body of a man. It is much weaker than the bull itself. Who created that? I mean, you moron! It was supposed to be the smarts of a man and the strength of a bull. You took the two worst parts of both animals and you combined them. And now they're much worse because of it. Oh shit, I'm sorry. How about this? The mermaid. Same thing! You fucked up! You put the head of a woman and the body of a fish. No, that's not how we wanted it at all. I'm sorry. Okay. What else am I thinking about? You guys probably heard this one, but I'm trying to figure out where to go with this. No, we'll get off stage. I bullied Henry Payne into giving me 10 more minutes last time.
That shit was so funny.
He's gotta learn. The guy's fucking 12 years old and 6'5". That's what I want to tell them too. Is like, shouldn't you be bullying kids your own age right now instead of doing comedy? Right? Like guys that get the puberty growth spurt are supposed to be the cool kids, not the comedians. It's the kids that get picked on that become the comedians. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, I was talking about last time the thing with. I don't want to talk about that anymore. You've all heard it. The thing about MGK. You haven't heard me do that? How like everybody talks about what white privilege is and white privilege is not, right? And I think it all came together with me with the case of MG. He's the most like he's the best example of white privilege I can think of. Here's a white rapper that got his ass handed to him by another white rapper in a beef. And instead of quitting, he just goes, oh, I guess I'll just release a pop punk album then. Right? Like fucking like this guy fell out of the rap game and landed in Blink 182 somehow. Who the fuck else gets to do that? Can you imagine if like back in the 90s Dr. Dre was like, oh man, this East Coast West Coast beef doesn't work out. I guess I could always just sing for Yellow Card. Can I do that? Is Fall Out Boy looking for anybody? Shit. Yeah, there's a place on Ocean Avenue where I used to sit. Doesn't work out the same way. There's a lot of talk about equity too. You know what equity would be in this situation? It would be if Hootie and the Blowfish had some epic shitty rock beef with Nickelback. And then Hootie lost the beef, and the next year released the hottest rap album of the year, topping every Source truck. Hootie wins the Source Awards. That's what equity. Okay, thank you everybody for listening to that shit. I told you I would hate fuck you, and I did. Give it back to Jessica.
Give it up for Joel Kopp. You know, he brings up valid points. Some of these mythical creatures, I don't know what the hell's going on with that, are a little bit fucked up. And all I can think of is Cupid. Who thought it would be a good idea to give baby wings and an arrow to shoot people and make them fall in love? That's why the world is so fucked up in dating. We're trusting a baby there. But, you know, that's just my opinion. So we got 2 more comedians and very little time. We'll bring up Cris. Woo, give it up for Cris.
Hey everyone, I shaved my mustache because I thought I lost my virginity, but I found it, apparently. I had never lost it, apparently. I'm really interested in what you're wearing, though, Mike Ria, if you don't mind me. Like, you have the Mexican flag, I'm half Mexican, and it says scumbags on your right tit, or on your left tit. What did you make this shirt yourself? Like, where do you get a shirt like this? It says cocaine in Spanish on your stomach as well. And I see a 175, and is that like a little tiny cock right there? Little tiny white cock. Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, so what am I gonna talk about? I was once stalked. I was not stalked by some chick though, or anything, or some gay dude or anything, but I was stalked by this renter I had, and she had schizophrenia. And we couldn't kick her out because it was the coronavirus. It's illegal to kick her out. So, I don't know. I'm just going to talk about this a little bit. Anyway, see if I find it. All right, later, Mike Ria. So I'm Skyping my Zoom girlfriend at the time from Mexico, and then she kicks the door open, and I scream like a little girl, ah! And she comes in, and I think that's why my Zoom girlfriend broke up with me, because of how I reacted to that situation. And I called the police. My reaction was, I'm calling the police, was what I yelled, and I called the police. And as they were escorting her, she was like yelling horrible things about me, like out loud for all the neighbors to hear. None of them true, of course, but she was yelling stuff like, he's manipulative, he's on drugs, he's autistic, and I'm like, only one of those is true. I don't know. I'm exploring it. I'm exploring topics of my sad life. I was sad before I got here. I'm a little sadder now. I'm just kidding. You guys are all pretty good. You're dressed kind of like a pedophile. I'm diverting attention for myself. I'm sorry. Nice to meet you, John. Nice to meet you. Okay, so what else can I talk about? Make a joke about being gay with the mustache. Make a joke about being gay. Okay, so all right, I abandoned my mom at the hospital just a couple of days ago. She was like in the middle. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and she was like, "Cris, I took all your dad's medication by accident. I need to be rushed to the hospital." And I was like, "But Mom, I've just made a steak dinner." And she was like, she needed to go to the hospital, so I drove her to the hospital. And I was like, "Okay, I'll see you. Call me tomorrow." And I just started driving off. She's like, "You're abandoning me at the hospital?" I was like, "Well, yeah. Where's I gonna go with this? Yeah, I abandoned her at the hospital. But if it was some girl I was dating or something, it would have been really bad. But thankfully, it was just my mom, you know. So I'm stoked about that, because that would have been bad for a relationship. Probably got in a fight or something. Probably. That's what I hear about stuff. But anyways, I sometimes get naked for my mom at 7-Eleven, which is really weird. She really likes, you don't go to your mom and get naked at 7-Eleven? Oh, well, that's kind of a weird thing. Well, I mean, it's a great drink. I love it. It's really refreshing. I get the strawberry one with bananas. And, okay, so I'm going to go into my last thing, which is I'm going to talk. I was talking to my white friend on the phone. And, by the way, a disclaimer, I'm not a racist. I'm half Mexican and stuff. Am I half racist? I don't know. I'm not a racist, Mike. Anyways, I'm talking to this white guy on the phone, and he's like, he's telling me this on the phone, because nobody else is listening to the phone call. He asked me, does white privilege exist when a white person can't say the N-word? He told me. Well, I asked him, is there any words that black people can't say to white people? And he said, yeah, Happy Father's Day. Oh, anyways, that was his joke. That's my.
Give it up for Cris. We're going to keep this show going. Let's bring up Rebecca. Give her a warm welcome here.
They're giving me the warmest welcome they can. Give it up for people I know. Good friends, yes. Hi, hello to people who know. Rayo, want to play a game? All right, it's called You're Gonna Pick a Joke and I'm gonna tell it. Cool. Put your finger on a word. Go. Boom. All right. Perfect. I ordered ice cream the other day.
Relatable.
And midway through scooping it, the woman looked up at me and she just was like, "We're gonna have to get a picture of you with this for our Facebook page." And I was like, oh shit, I think I ordered too much ice cream, you know? I felt like a fucking fat pig. That's a really old joke, but good job. I needed to tell it, you know? Sometimes. I downloaded OnlyFans at the beginning of quarantine. Yeah, thank you. And I only uploaded 8 pictures, sent the link to 3 abusive ex-boyfriends. And I extorted them for $3,000. Okay, for titties that they had seen a lot for free. Who's a businesswoman now? Okay. How did she afford the move? I think you guys know. Put it together. I sent the link to more than that, but I did extort my ex-boyfriends. It was sick. I used to date a guy who stole my panties in college. Yeah, I know. And during quarantine, I was like, fuck, I hope he's recycling them and using them as masks. You know? Because, why steal them if not to smell them? Seriously, can someone give me a reason? Brainstorm. I called my friend. I was like, do you think there's any chance? He's like, nah, he doesn't even believe in COVID. I was like, yeah, that fucking checks out. That checks out for sure. All right, let's do it again. Boom. Hell yeah. All right, so I'm trying to get into liking my body more. What? Relatable. Thank you. Yes. I realize, I do love the idea of, a guy picking me up like a firefighter during sex, you know? Yes, it's super hot. It's so hot, right? But, here's what it takes. It takes Bob the Builder confidence. You know, it's like, can he lift her? We'll see, you know? And what a lot of people forget is that Bob had friends, okay? And so these guys will go down, you know, things are getting hot, steaming, I'm getting, you know, clothes are coming. I just start explaining sex to you. It's so weird. No, but you need more square footage, you know? And he'll go down with like firefighter confidence and realize he needs to turn more into like a forklift, you know? Because I'm much more dense than I am dainty. I am. I was saying that at a show, and I was like, it's like I'm made of, like, my bones are made of cement, like trying to be all poetic and shit. Stupid bitch. And some guy came up to me after a show, and he was like, hey, good stuff. Just thought you should know, when you said cement, what you were really talking about was concrete. And I was like, what? And he said it like that, concrete. I was like, what is this, the Nordstroms of paving streets? What the fuck? He was like, yeah, concrete is a powder. Cement is a powder. Concrete is a mixture. And I was like, this motherfucker thinks I don't know. I can take a powder, add some water to it, make a mixture. What the fuck? Is this 8th grade science? If it is, why is no one fingering me right now? Welcome to the show, sir. That's been my time. You guys have been great. I've been Rebecca Robinson. Give it up for your host.
Give it up for Rebecca. We're going to keep this show going. I don't even need to give a name. All I got to do is say, who likes short shorts? And bring Kenny up to the stage.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jessica. Wow, Rebecca, crushing it.
Hey, thanks, Kenny.
You didn't actually, I just kind of wanted you to stay in the room, and that's the comic tactic.
I'm sorry I heckled your set last night. I won't do it again.
Did you? Oh, you shouted I love you. It's okay. I expect that at least once always during my sets. It's nice that it's finally starting to come from girls, though. That is nice. Lily, do you want to keep talking about your note? Because that's kind of all I want to do, for real.
What do you want to know about?
I don't know. Just how come boys be doing so goddamn much? For real, though. Like, why do boys be doing so fucking much, bro? No, how hard is it to just text, let's bang? You know what I mean? Like, what? How hard is it, bro, to just be like, let's fuck? Gotta get all this paper and ink involved. This motherfucker used whiteout. We were looking at the letter and shit. What kind of self-respecting man uses whiteout, dog? He was like, you know what? I want to come on your chest is too much. Let's get the little dip, 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 white that shit out. I would like to see you again. See, what you guys don't understand is girls think I'm gay, so I got an inside look at all the text messages. I get to be in the writer's room, and they're like, how do I let this guy down? Oh, all of you guys are like, you a traitor, motherfucker. Nobody laughed at that at all. Nobody laughed at that shit. They were all like, you foul, you a spy. Oh, I've gotten to see every dude in this room shoot his shot at least 4 times to different girls in their text messages. They show me all the DMs. Some boys don't know when to fucking quit. You're getting no replies, just straight up, just, hey, so, what are you doing today? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want me to come pick you up? You want me to come pick you up? Just no reply, but it's always different. Oh, did it? Oh my goodness, I did. What a subconscious mistake that was. What an unconscious error. Whoopsie. No, it's funny, you know, because when guys like slide in the DMs, when they reach out, right, Jessica?
Uh-huh.
When guys go fishing, it's because they want to eat fish. If a guy puts bait on the end of his like fucking fishing pole, casts it out into the lake, it's because he's prepared to kill, clean, cook, and eat a fish. When a girl goes fishing, she just wants to know what's in the lake. She just want to know, I don't even want fish right now, but if I did, what are the options? When a girl says, what's up, she's not trying to slurp your ding-ding. She's just trying to see that you're still on the menu. She's just trying to catalog every male within her radius that she could get, and then she's going to weigh them all to find the best size, have them all inspected. She's going to take them into pawn shops, see which one got the highest value. This is losing steam. This is losing steam. Oh my goodness. What is this memo going around of like white wife beaters and faded blue jeans in the back? What the fuck is this? Who's the best? Did you go to Lily's birthday? Who's the best karaoke singer?
No.
Ian is a pretty fucking good.
If it was Pokemon,
Oh,
pretty good.
Trey is like the 90s personified. What did Ian sing? Did he sing Brian McKnight?
No. He sang Miley Cyrus at one point.
Did he do it in Jasmine's fucking cardigan again?
No.
We need to all have an intervention and tell that boy to stop wearing Jasmine's clothes. That is not the way.
You missed it. They traded sets today. Ian did Jasmine set. It was incredible.
What? What was the best joke that Ian did of Jasmine's?
Can somebody give me a ride to Eva?
One time I shouldn't even say this shit, but fuck it, it's funny. One time I was driving them home after like a mic or like a bar hopping one night. And I dropped Ian off. He lives in Kaimuki, as we all know, so I dropped him off over there. And I was like, Jasmine, what about you? Like, I'm not driving you to fucking Eva, but I'll drive you to like Pearl City or whatever. I'm not trying to fuck her, I don't care. I got no problem being like, there's the bus stop, Bautista. And she goes, oh, you know how she always does that fake surprise shit, like she's never been asked a question? You'd be like, Jasmine. And she'll go, full body turn, she'll go, oh. You want to see the best acting ever in the scene? Just accuse Jasmine of some foulery. Be like, bitch, I heard you had a threesome with Rayo and Ian. She'll be like, what? Okay, so I'm dropping them off, right? I'm dropping them off, and I'm like, all right, Ian, here's your house. Jasmine, what do you want to do? Jasmine goes, oh, I'll just stay at Ian's, yeah. And I was like, for real? You gonna stay at Ian's? And Ian was like, she will stay, Kenny Kusaka. Have a good night, Kings. I love you so much.
Give it up for Kenny. He definitely hit the nail on the head with all of that. So we're gonna bring Paco up here to end everything. Give it up for Paco Loco.
All right, y'all. Thanks everybody for coming out. We do this every Wednesday. We got this is the next show. Every Wednesday we're gonna be doing spoken word poetry on Wednesday. So if you got some stuff, some poetry, we're gonna bring all the poets on Wednesdays. On Fridays and Saturdays we're gonna do it over again. Thank you so much. Watch all the stuff on Paco Loco Hawaii. And I'll end this the same way I began this, by wishing you aloha. Have a good night, y'all. Everybody give it up for Jessica Rabbit, y'all. Jessica Rabbit. The hostess with the mostest. Appreciate you. Good night. Bye, Jess. Bye, Taji.